Batted a lot, bodies on the floor. Clark 1-on-3 trying to split the defense, goes into traffic.
They went through a really detailed defensive scout yesterday.
Clark a tough bucket.
Clark, a name that has become synonymous with basketball brilliance.
Step back triple. Ryan Howard, Caitlin Clark finding a way to miss. Oh!
Watching Caitlin Clark in action feels like witnessing history in real time. Clark commands attention, not with just her presence, but with her poise, confidence, and unmatched skill set.
Gets a poke on it. Here's Clark firing. And here's Clark, 4 seconds left. Clark fires.
Marsh wants more of that from her, catching around that 15-foot area.
Clark, put it!
Going to roll Clark a little bit deeper into the paint on that. It's Boston. The pump fake. Stewart goes crashing down. No, we said it. Boston fighting for the ball. Ends up a 3 off target. Batted a lot. Bodies on the floor. Clark 1-on-3 trying to split the defense. Goes into traffic. They went through a really detailed defensive scout yesterday. Clark a tough bucket and another and one opportunity. Caitlin Clark.
Bonner gets denied by Boston. Wheeler finds Clark from the logo.
Chippy the last time these two teams faced off too. Sophie Cunningham suffered her ankle injury in that game, but in addition to that, she actually had part of her front tooth knocked out. She made contact with JC Sheldon as Caitlin Clark knocks down the triple.
Quite effective, Charles. 17 points per game coming into tonight. Mitchell, who had it poked away. Clark launches and hits.
Defying glass and the pressure as Bonner can't hit. Back Benley the rebound. Here comes Clark. Bouncing to back Benley who lays it in.
A name that has become synonymous with basketball brilliance. Whether you're a casual fan or a diehard follower of the game, it was like a flash of light that we saw from the jersey as Chado Walker-Kimbrough was talking to the official about the wrapped step-back triple and Caitlin not happy. The foul is what? Rihanna Jones coming off a EuroLeague championship with a miscommunication and Caitlin Clark taking advantage of no weak side.
She has that one foul, knows it's important not to pick up the second because she got 2 in the first quarter against Connecticut.
Clark on a 3.
Ryan Howard, Caitlin Clark finding a way to miss. Excellent. It's how Caitlin Clark starts the initiative quickly. Sophie Cunningham. Caitlin gets it back, tries to send it over. Cunningham gets it to go. Watching Caitlin Clark in action feels like witnessing history in real time.
3 of those, her last visit here. Rivers is an impressive-looking rookie out of NC State, but Boston on the other end finishes, and it's a 6-0 run for Indiana.
From the moment she steps on the court, Clark commands attention. Not with just her presence, but with her poise, confidence, and unmatched skill set by Atkins. Atkins gets a poke on it. Here's Clark firing and hit. Here's Clark. 4 seconds left. Clark fires. You bet. Ends up carrying to Hall.
Here in her WNBA in terms of setting up her teammates. Clark behind the back feed inside. 2 more for Howard.
Here's Clark in transition. Clark. Oh, what a look. And Hull lays it in. Tyler Marsh wants more of that from her. Catching around that 15-foot area. Clark cut it. Her ball handling is tight, deliberate, and calculated. She doesn't waste a single dribble. Every move has a purpose. Just missed 7 straight shots. Caitlin challenged Sabai and won it. Bounce pass perfect to Howard, but that rimmed it.
On the court. Very interesting, talking about toughness. Plus, he needs him on the floor to win.
And Dantas just backing in.
Dantas, yes. UNESCO. And here comes Clark. This is one thing you get with Clark, is great pace and great passes. Found Boston perfectly. Clark on the hesitation. Clark going to the bank shots. That's what 6 feet 5 inches would do for you. I don't have that luxury. Nice give and go. Clark right at the cup, and she gets the bucket. And another turnover, and Clark beats the pack back. And who you are and your ability, and it's not about your competition, who you're playing. It's about being confident in who you are. Caitlin Clark with pull-ups. Got 16. Me McDonald Scott. Megan McCoo with you here. Clark pulls off that screen. Knocks it down even with Pat Mitchell right there. Did not see her. Mitchell was wide open on the wing. Here's Smith. The floater is good off the dime for Clark. And then there's that shot that...
Mitchell, guarded by Harris. Mitchell spinning, finding Clark. 5 to shoot. Clark lays it in. Tie game.
Deep three. Caitlin has range like few others in the history of the sport. She doesn't just shoot from beyond the arc. She owns it. Step backs, pull-ups, logo threes. It's all part of her arsenal. Indiana on an 18-3 run as Clark directs traffic. Clark lobbing it in. What a find. And Boston to finish. 5 on 4. It's Clark way outside. Boston to rebound. Clark on the fake. Clark weaves inside and the reverse. Thing is he doing? Throwing right off the window. No good there. We've seen a couple of bunnies on both sides, missed thus far. Clark now over the top.
A rare miss at the rim for Aaliyah Boston, the league's top field goal percentage shooter in the WNBA, but it's Boston who comes up with the steal and the find to Howard.
Second last in the league in three-point percentage, just under 29%. Clark heaves and rattles one in. Back and forth they go from deep. 3 minutes left to play in this one, and it's steep. 12 points for the Fever, looking to erase. Here's Clark catch and shoot. It's a three. Still establish yourself as a leader, as a future leader for the franchise, and that takes a little bit of perspective. A good portion of her threes come from above the break. Here's Clark still trying to find her rhythm. A deep pull. Got it. Not going to do that. And with Noelle Quinn, as you mentioned, no challenge. Clark 3-ball away and good. Boy, that cost Seattle 3 points, and they should have never had the ball.
Still looking for their first three-pointer of the game. Indiana's hit a couple. Clark has one of the two. Clark through a double team. Boston extra pass. Howard hangs, and Howard lays it in.
Caitlin Clark, 13 points. Pocket pass to Aaliyah Boston. Those two keep getting better. Defenders often pick her up at half court and still find themselves a step too late. But what makes Caitlin Clark so dangerous is that she's not just a scorer. She's a playmaker. Her court vision is elite. She sees openings before they exist. Few shifts, a downshift there, the deceleration, and the finish at the rim. Clark goes behind her back to get by Odyssey Sims. And that Electra style determined that Ariel Atkins had possession. Clark going to the switch on a Dolson.
Step number one.
I'm sure we'll see some Sanaya Rivers on that matchup as well.
Oh, Mitchell cutting inside and finishing.
Steps back and buries a triple. Harrington all over her. Clark eyes up. Bounces to Boston. Boston one-on-one with Jones will flip it in just for that reason. They're too deadly from behind. Clark, an 11-0 run for New York. Clark got another. Second three of the quarter for Caitlin Clark. To turn your own building against you. Has it come off? Clark with the pull. Boston with a nice rim run. Hounding Clark. Clark step back three. Knocks it down. Here's Clark with it. Fact. Bentley inside against the taller Mercedes Russell and still gets it to go. Done throughout her career at multiple levels. Tina Charles just had 2 points against Indiana in their last production. But Kate trying to take her defender. Pulls up and hits from mid-range. Her passes thread the needle with perfect timing. Whether it's a no-look dish in transition or a bounce pass through traffic in the half court, she makes her teammates better with every possession. Caitlin's basketball IQ is off the charts. She reads defenses like a veteran, manipulating them with hesitations, crossovers, and deceptive fakes. If you give her space, she'll shoot. If you press, she'll drive. And if you help, she'll find the open player every time. Her energy is contagious. Her leadership is undeniable. She plays with fire and passion, often celebrating big plays with raw emotion that ignites the crowd and fuels her team. And when the game is on the line, she wants the ball. She thrives in pressure situations, clutch shots, game winners. Caitlin Clark lives for those moments. She's also incredibly versatile. She can score off the dribble, spot up from the corner, or push the ball coast to coast after rebound. And let's not forget her rebounding ability. For a guard, she's relentless on the boards, often starting fast breaks herself with one swift motion. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment from the brightest stars in basketball. Thanks for watching True WNBA, and we'll see you in the next one.